good to see you back on Cars and Minds. You know that crispy feeling that goes through your whole body when you're going on a trip the next morning. Well, that's what I'm going through, because tomorrow morning I'm going on a trip with a good chap of mine, good friend, with his Jaguar S-type. It was a long time ago that we spent time together with his S-type, because a couple of years ago, I think it was 10 years or so, we made a nice trip all the way through to Switzerland and the Italian passes, and this time we're going off to Berlin. This is his car. He has the same color. He has a V8 of the second series. It's from 2001, I think. The car was originally launched at the Birmingham Motor Show, and well, tomorrow morning we are heading to Berlin. So I'll see you there. See you. Hello again, and we are on the highway up to Berlin, but I couldn't resist to show you a little bit from Marienborn, the famous checkpoint when you wanted to enter the GDR in the Cold War. Extremely interesting to be here with all the posts and all the stuff that you're seeing here. Between 1985 and 1989, 35 million people had to go through the customs over here. So, hello, this is my friend René, and we are in the Jaguar. Where are we?
We are in Berlin almost. In about 40 minutes we arrive at our destination at the hotel.
Oh, your English is excellent.
Thank you. It's very poor, I think. But
what car are you driving?
It's a Jaguar S-type.
And since when did you have the car?
I bought the car in 2005.
Oh wow!
And no, that's wrong. I bought it in 2008, I believe. The car was 5 years old. It's a car from 2003.
Oh wow! And the second series of the S-type?
I wouldn't know.
Oh, I wouldn't. All right. Are you very interested?
Yes, it's the second series because it has got another type of DVD display. It's a touchscreen display, and the first series didn't have a touchscreen display.
Right.
They had a turning dial.
I hope you can hear it, but this is the music I find suitable for the Jaguar S-type. Baroque music. What's also suitable are the amount of ashtrays over here for the cigar-smoking British gentleman who is cruising and relaxing in his brown wooden Jaguar S-type. Are there any things in the car I'm not that fond of? Well, there's the amount of knee room in the front for me, for my left knee. There's the amount of knee room in the back. There's the amount of headroom in the back. There's the amount of wind noise that could be less, I think. That's everything really. Are there any things I find so nice and so good about this car? Oh yes, there are. For instance, the wood I just mentioned. The suspension is also great. I love it. It's better than in my Mercedes because this is more relaxing, this is more cruising, and in corners you can drive quite fast as well. So I think very nice, very comfortable. Maybe one funny story. My friend told when braking, the brakes always are making noise. Well, that's the same with the E-type. Are you interested in cars, or is it?
I do like cars. I do like British cars. I do like beautiful cars. And I like expensive cars.
Why did you bought this car, this particular car?
Because I've always liked the very old Jaguar type of the 60s or 70s. The old type with the front is very nice. Yes. And this of course is the modern version of that car. It has still some characteristics of of that car. It looks a little bit similar. But
Did you see my video of the E-type?
Yes, I did.
And
I liked
what's
it very much?
Ah, thanks. What similarities did you see? Did you notice between the E-type and this one? The long hood, for instance, or the
curves.
The curves at the front.
At the front. It's just the English styling of the cars.
All right. Yes.
It's not. It's beautifully designed. That's it. That's what I like about those cars.
Yes. So your main point for buying cars is the design.
Yes.
And
also, of course, the modern conveniences of
luxury.
Luxury.
Yes. Otherwise, you would drive when you could choose between a very old but nice car, the famous Inspector Morse Mark II, for instance, with modern convenience stuff.
If I could choose, I would choose a Rolls Royce, of course.
A Rolls, really?
Ja, we worden wel gestoord door een vrachtwagen die achter ons zit.
We no longer have to drive 60. We're allowed to drive more quick now. Oh, good. Yes.
I see a traffic jam over there.
Oh.
And for almost 10 kilometers now, the cars are standing still. It's a really big traffic jam there. And I was focused on the interview you were having with me. So I didn't mind the traffic too much, and that was I was reminded by a large truck behind me that I was going too slowly.
Yes, thank you, truck driver. And I'm having
I drove under 60, whereas the normal speed would be around 100 kilometers.
The car you would buy is a Rolls. Well, there still are plenty of cheap Rollses you can buy.
Yeah. But those cars are very old, and old cars come with many problems and repairs and costs for all that.
Would you call this car old?
No, I wouldn't call it old. And the amount of repairs that I've had with it is reasonable.
Yes.
There's only been one big repair, that's with the headlights, which had to be replaced.
But only a small bulb isn't that expensive, wouldn't you think?
But it's a xenon, is it?
Yes,
lightning.
Yes.
Not lightning, lights.
Yes.
And that has to adjust itself because it's forbidden to be too high, because it's blinding for the opposite traffic.
Yes.
So every time you put on the lights, it adjusts itself, and a little notch within the light was broken, so that it couldn't be adjusted anymore, and that the whole thing had to be replaced.
All right.
And that cost, of course it had to be the pair, of course not one, the
yes.
two, and it cost about 2,500 euros. So that was quite expensive.
Right. Yes.
But if you do your regular maintenance every year, then
it's affordable to have this one.
It's affordable, and I do like it also because it's a very reliable car.
Yes.
I seldom have problems with the car.
Right.
It's nice to have the car for your daily traffic back and forth from work.
So, very great road qualities. Some nice touches in the car. You see the system which is moving this nice glass holder over here. This is also very nice. Oh, I like that. The nice wood over here. Nice brown wood. The plastics are sometimes a bit simple. For instance here, just in the places you don't see them that often. But in here, they made very nice rubber, so very comfortable for your hands. I have so many questions because, well, you work, if I may in a school.
Very close by.
Yes, very close by. You go by car, you race by car. And well, for a teacher, it's not so much a teacher's car, I would say. Yes, is that the reaction you get sometimes? Because in the E-type video I asked, well, what kind of reactions do you get? What kind of reaction do you get with this car?
Well, mostly people really do like the car because
right.
of its looks and how it's made and designed.
And
it's an English car, and
yes.
not many people drive a Jaguar.
No.
So
in the beginning, I thought sometimes there was a bit of jealousy or so. Huh?
No, I don't think so.
All right.
People make remarks, but well, you get used to that.
But they still think it's very expensive to run this kind of car.
Well, if you buy it new, then it's expensive. Then it would really be really expensive.
Yes.
But if you buy it second hand, it's really affordable.
Okay.
And you don't have to trade it in every 5 years. If you keep it for example 10 years, then it's
Yes.
very affordable and reliable and not so expensive.
Yes.
So it's all big pluses.
Yes, big pluses. Do you see Ford parts in the car? The owner of Jaguar in that time was Ford. Well, I see it when I look outside. I don't know if the viewers can see it, but you see the typical Ford windscreen with
Yes,
the
that's
small.
right. Yes.
Well, maybe you can explain what
Yes,
I see.
I think that is one of the things that before this car I had the Ford Focus, and the Ford Focus had the same kind of windscreen,
Yes.
which had de-icing in it.
Yes, icing is there.
And it's very nice because with a tip button you can turn on the de-icing,
Yes.
and not a lot of cars have that, and it's it's the same as at the back screen, but more very smaller lines.
Yes.
So it gets de-iced very quickly in winter, and you have a very nice view in 3-4 minutes, whereas other cars have to scratch and scrape the ice. So I can just put it on and drive away.
After a rather long tour, which was explained in breakfast also, it's possible to finally reach your destination and suddenly see the Reichstagsgebäude.